Last time I did a very heartfelt message to the president as the youth. Now, today is different. Today is more, I have more questions than answers. You usually know I have answers. So, I'm sitting online and I read about this whole drive. You see, I like to break down things for you in the common man terms. So, government decided to cut off one of our biggest, I should call it donor funding bodies, IDG. It's IDG, yeah? Which happens to have under its umbrella a truckload of NGOs, a truckload of projects that they're helping with, a truckload of so much money under it. So government goes like, we're canceling your situation in Uganda. We are done. We cannot do this. I'm like, what you? Okay. He said no to them. Okay. He's cancelled their, okay. Their license. All right, cool. Then after that, and reading about how much this particular NGO funded situation looks like, comes Media Center and they have announcements to make for us. The Ugandan, who is not on social media, but it was posted on Twitter, because that's where I got it, Tetuli Koko Twitter. And they're saying that, I need to read these figures. I might be thinking I'm talking for nada. I need to read for you these figures in order for you to know where the heart, the hate, the anger, where it all comes from. Because this cannot be making any sense whatsoever. Anywho, I can't even seem to find the exact amounts and figures. But the Ugandan government comes out again and it tells us, so as of today, we are trying to get approved for a loan of about 600 and something million US dollars. Then there's another amount that is being thrown around, also being got from another bank. Then there's another amount also being got from another entity. And they're coming out to tell us, in a sense, among the things that were listed in that, in what they need those funds for, ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not, I wish I could. My country, they say they're going to need an amount of money to actually regrow the forestation cover in light of what's happening with the global situation and global warming. They want, I'm like, ho. Aren't this the same cats that sold off? They sold off lots of land, lots of forest cover to investors. You remember that? You remember that? The same government trying to take out a loan from different entities of the global world is saying that amongst the funds they are trying, bagala kuddamu basimbe emiti gye baali baatema nga bagiwadde investor. I'm like, okay. Aye. Uganda. Like, this is my stand though when it comes to donors, because we could the very elite ones are going to come and tell you, well, look here, you don't get it. I don't want to be an elite today. I want it to make sense to me like a regular normal Ugandan. I don't need to have a degree to understand the mathematics behind politics. I don't. Now this is the same government blocking this same government comes out again after giving us how much they want to Kwewola, right? Tell us all that they want it for. Close off the NGO situation. Then my president prior before that says he is sick and tired of the Western influences in the country. They are the ones ready to destabilize a young nation. The Western influences have been his conversation this entire political campaigning season. His biggest issue with the youth and NUP is because he claims they are Western entities. involved. Okay, sir, we hear you. Thank you for being a Pan-Africanist. We see that, but explain to me why you can condescendingly say that about the youth and them wanting the Western entities. Call them out for what they are, and then still go ahead and disrespect yourself by going back on your word and asking them for their money. Let me get that straight. Run it back. So you like their money. You don't like their influences? Wait, isn't money an influence? So who is fooling who? That's a question I need to understand. Who is fooling who? Or he's going to say that the Western influences were the gays and all of that. Translation, money. I believe money is an influence, isn't it? So you like their money, but you don't like their influences, even if the influences are the same reason that you're actually liking their money. Are you following my drift, Uganda? This issue has stopped making sense. Now I'm going to tell you a line that I got off someone on Twitter, Christina. She told me, she tweeted it and it made so much sense. And I think that's what I've been doing for the past couple of months. The citizen audits the state. The state can never audit the citizen. They do that every now and again when they tax you and all of that, but they are not even auditing you per se. They are like, that's what they do. But you, the citizen, you have to audit them. You have to audit them because they get that money from you and they're supposed to make it work. But by the way I'm looking at things, it seems like the only thing my country is good at lately is borrowing. Oh, Twewoze. At this point, I wouldn't be shocked if there's a black room with high-end politicians and technocrats, you know, and capitalists seated in the room deciding Uganda's fate, and they're like, so who owns Uganda today? And China might put up their hand like, we do. But not so long, not for so long. America also wants a piece of her. They are chasing us in percentage. Yeah, the Brits also, yeah, you know, we had that oil situation. Good God, it feels like the scramble and petition of Africa all over. Only this time, it's the scramble and petition of Uganda. But you go out and ask for these obnoxious amounts of money. When they give you the same obnoxious amounts of money, the next thing we hear is that funds went missing. And when the funds go missing, you start to impose obnoxious amounts of taxes on the citizen who is actually getting the bare minimum of the services that they are supposed to get from the same tax that they give to you, that you harass them for. I can't even finish the statement. Like, wow. Just wow. Maybe we are too young to understand this thing of olozambu febasiru ngafa batategeera government bwezikola, states bwezikola. Tuyinza okubanga tuli wano twekubya mizimu nga we are just looking stupid. But from a common man's point of view, like say if Uganda was my shop, Sam, wouldn't you balance and you'd know your assets, your liabilities if Uganda was your shop? How come my country doesn't even have any of that? We have no trajectory. We just keep borrowing money whenever we see an aid. This same country that is asking for money, in those same reasons why they are going to borrow this money. Bagamba. Bagenda kutereza infrastructure, roads, bichi. It rained last week in Kampala. Boba wali Kampala wajira benkuba. We don't have roads. We needed canoes. We could put a fresh yacht out on Kampala Road and it would sail, baby boy. It would. They're asking for money to build those roads. But let us not forget, before they asked for money to build those roads, just last year, juicy. Mujukira storage and Nakola, Uganda is going to build for the DRC a road. I don't get it. Is it about priorities? Is it me who is looking at the priorities in a flip-flop? Like, I don't get it. But this country is just, wow. 70, wow. NRM. We just sit here wondering, like,